So many people talk about this on YouTube, so many people talk about this in general and how it's so important and you gotta have a niche and today I'm gonna sit and talk about why you should pick a niche, but why you should also not pick a niche. All right, let's get started. So photography, right? You started your photography career, great, I'm excited. You're about to go out to this world, you're about to go do some great things, cool. Why you shouldn't pick a niche to start off with, right? Contrary to people's beliefs, is you gotta learn. You gotta pick it up, you gotta learn somewhere, right? You've gotta learn somewhere. I think too many people, they might pick up the camera here and there, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna be professional. And it's like, you don't have really that much experience, TBH. And I think when you first start off, not necessarily picking a niche could be beneficial. And here's why. When you first start out, you don't know how to use your camera. And if you do, you know very little, TBH. You don't know maybe how to use a strobe. You don't know how to use a flash, an on-camera flash. You don't know how to shoot events where you gotta think on the fly. You might not know how to style certain products or certain shots. You might not know how to light things from different angles. You might not know how to photograph people with a few different skin tones as opposed to just one. You might not know proper shutter speeds. You might not know a lot of things. There's a lot of things that you might not know when it comes to photographing. And so when you first start, I think not having a niche is not a bad thing. I think it helps you and it allows you the opportunity to learn and grow in different departments. And it pushes you a little bit. When I first started, I started in the wedding photography industry. I've talked about this 1,000 times on this channel. And that was crucial because it's taught me how to photograph on the fly, how to communicate with people. It taught me how to pose people. It was great. But then when I transferred and I tried to do some product work, I didn't know how to style. I didn't know how to get the food to look cool, to make it look appetizing, to make it look appealing. I didn't know how to get the products to look a certain way and to pop from the background. And so me trying these different elements of photography taught me different things. Taught me how to shoot still life, taught me how to use shadow play, it taught me how to get certain shutter speeds to get the looks that I want. And so starting off and not picking a niche, I would say is totally fine. You can, and I think it'll help you with specializing in a specific area of photography if that's something that you want. If you're like, I know it, I want to be a wedding photographer, that's what I want, then yes, jump in, full on in, and go do that. But if you don't know exactly what you want, I think not picking a niche to start off with is a good thing because you learn a lot on the fly. Now when you tumble, you move forward, you keep walking, you've been doing photography for a while, you've learned a little bit about X, Y, Z, and everything in between, even though there isn't really much in between X, Y, and Z, but you know what I mean, maybe that space. Then you can finally start picking that niche. And at that point, you'll be able to say, yo, I love studio work and I love photographing events and that's what I want to do. And that's what you're going to be able to do. And you're going to say, okay, I've photographed this type of thing, and I hate it. And now I know I want to do this. Or now I know that I'm good at this. Now I know that I enjoy hiring makeup artists, all this sort of stuff to make a final product. And so that to me is very beneficial. And I think once you've reached a certain point in your career, finding that niche is very good. It's very important. And it helps people to see and to define you as an individual and as a creative. And to say, hey, you know what? This person, they're good at this. They're great at this. And I want to hire them for this. So that is my take. That is my thinking. I think as I've progressed in my photography career, I've definitely gravitated towards fashion editorial looks and specifically studio. I love concerts, I love events, but I think, those are one of those things that is kind of, we don't know how it's going to go here in the future. But studio work is something that is here to stay for sure, and it can allow for maximum creativity. And so for me, right? So I think starting off, not having a niche is a good thing. Learn as much as you can, and as you progress, things will get easier, things will get better, and things will become a bit more clearer to you as a photographer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys again for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.